guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. It's 7 a.m. on Saturday. Why am I up so early? Well, because my daughter's on the varsity soccer team in high school, and so they have practices at 6:30 in the morning. Crazy, right? Anyway, I had to go drive her, and then when I came out this morning to drive her, these 3 pieces of equipment were here, and it was dropped off yesterday from my friend Mike over at Mike's Lawn Service Babylon. So he picked up this Karcher pressure washer. It has a Karcher claimed engine. I don't think Karcher makes engines. This is a Honda GX160 type clone engine. Yeah, I mean, it looks exactly like the Honda, you know, engines. Fuel sensor, oil sensor, low oil sensor, on and off switch. Tires are DONESKI off the bead, both sides, but that's very common. Has no gun. It has this thingamajig here. If you look at the pump, you see a difference in color. This one looks different from the other two, which means that this one may have a bad O-ring in it and it's leaking, which is probably the reason why they threw it out. If the pump's no good, then the pump's no good. You know? I don't really mess with power washers all too often because most of the time, 90% of the time, the pump is busted. But I'll take a look at it for him. If it starts up, I'll put a hose to it and see if it works. He asked me how much I would charge him to fix it. And of course, I don't charge my friend Mike because he always gives me shit. Like these 2 things. So I'm not going to charge him anything. He gives me stuff. So I'm going to try to fix it for him. As you can see, this has been jigged, right? Looks pretty good though, actually. Some kind of epoxy maybe. Anyway, obviously you can see there's a free sign on it, so he picked it up from somewhere. I've had about 25 of these. It's decent. They're pretty reliable. I've sold a lot of these things. Has a Tecumseh engine on it. Bonus is it has 2 keys. These keys also fit lawn tractor ignition switches. So I like these a lot. Has electric start. Choke. Has a cover here. It gives you access to the spark plug, but it's gone. One of my cameras is busted because it got wet over the hurricane, and it's now doo-doo. He also brought me this. Looks just like the mower that I got from Andy the Brit. I sold his for about 125, 150. As you can see, the front wheels are bald. It's missing the mower deck, the front self-propelled belt. It's early. It's hard to think, you know. And as you can see, they just ripped it off without taking the nut off. So we're gonna need a belt if this transmission works, and a cover, but the cover is not like critical, you know what I mean? What's critical is you do need a gas cap. This has no gas cap. Everything else looks okay. Rear wheel's good. And that looks like the throttle seems to work okay too. What do you think? Should we just for shits and giggles, give it a pull? Let's give it a pull. It has a glistening of some fuel in there. No gas cap, like I said. And doesn't look like there's much oil in here either. But anyway, we'll give this a pull and see if it starts up. Today, Oklahoma is playing Tulane, game 1 of their 2021-22 season. If we don't beat Tulane, we're done! Alright, prime. Give it a couple of primes. See if it starts up. What do you guys think? Think it'll start? Got some of this stuff in case it doesn't. The lever for the self-propulsion seems to work. Yeah, there's no gas. I'm gonna put some gas in here, see if it'll stay running. Put some gas in here now. We're gonna run it for a little bit, see if it stays running. I've got this old Tecumseh. That's not gonna fit. And then I have a Briggs Quantum cap, but it's kind of broken. But it works. Let's fire it up, fire it up.
Henry, you should put some oil in there.
Just for a second. Dum dum dum. Dum 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 dum. That's strange. Looks like we might have to take the carburetor out. Okay, now let's take a quick look at this snowblower. Just a triage, you can see what's up with it, you know. Looks like it has some fuel in there. It's light blue, like aqua. So we got it on full choke. Prime feels good, like it should. Turn it on. Let's give it a couple of pulls. We don't do that. Let's spray some carby spray down the hole. take it off a choke. Alright, well, that doesn't seem to be working. Let me put the electric start on, see if that works. Okay. Let's try it now. Well, there ain't nothing wrong with this. I just go ahead and put this up and sell it. $100, yeah. Take it as low as 50. Let's see if I can pull start it now. Easy. That's why the electric start is so popular, you know. Next we have this thingamajig here. Let's just look it over and give her a pull and see what happens, you know. Feels like there's some gasage in here. Okay, this is full throttle. Choke. Fuel shut off. Doesn't tell you whether it's on or off, you know, so you have no idea. There's no primer, so just give it a pull. Holy cow. Doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. Like it feels really tough to pull and low compression. You know what I mean? Can't hear it. Taking the air filter out. Look at this. It's flooded with oil. That's probably why it doesn't start. Carburetor is probably filled with oil. Well, I might as well take this off because my friend Mike wants this fixed. So we might as well try to mess with this first. So because this is like a Honda clone, it's 10mm bolts. Nuts. Yep, carburetor is filled with oil. You can tell, it's filled with oil. See the glistening? It's filled with oil. Crazy. Of course it's not going to start. I could just do a quick and dirty, but there's so much oil and we better remove it. Hose clamp off of that. Gotta get this hose without breaking it. There we go. Fuel's just flowing out. Gotta plug that somehow. Hey. There we go. So let's take this apart and see what we find. 10mm. Okay, this thing pointed that way. Jeez. It's all oil. Crazy, man. Look at that. Oil and some gas. Crazy. Well, I'll tell you what, with the oil contaminating this thing, it didn't corrode because oil will keep moisture out. So I think we just have to blow this out and it ought to be okay. Put everything back again. Could be a lot of oil buildup in here. It's okay. I gotta make sure that hole's clear because it has it's like a pilot jet. It'll cause surging if you don't clear it up. So get like a little needle here, twisty tie from a bread bag. It's super small, so I don't know if this will work. So even the twisty tie can't do it. So I had to prick off one of these little bristles off of the bristle wire brush type things. That's thin enough to get through the hole, and now it's going through. Also, if you look at this, the O-ring here is busted. It was pinched when you put it in. See how flat that one is? So I'm gonna have to find another O-ring. Oh shoot. Look at that. All the O-rings just flew out. Oh, this one looks like it might fit. Oh, it's too big. Have to sort it out, man. I got this O-ring kit that I got from a subscriber. I apologize. I forget who. It's either Samuel Sandoval or Roger McDonald or Ernie McDonald or a bunch of other guys that send me stuff. I really appreciate it. I just don't want to forget you, you know. And it doesn't look like these here are good, but look at these super tiny ones. I want to say that this one will work. And this is too small. The reason why they package it in here is because you'll lose them. They're so tiny. Let's just try one of these. Jesus, you gotta be like a surgeon. Like a surgeon. Hey! You know what? I mean, I think this is good enough. Could be thicker. Maybe I'll put 2. That looks too thick, so I don't think that's going to work. I think if I put 2 of these, it ought to be good. Actually, you know what? 1's good enough. We'll try this. All right, I put everything back again. Full throttle, choke. I think, see, it says gas, arrow that way, meaning if the arrow's that way, this is that way, you're gonna get gas, right? That's the, I mean, why can't they just say yes or no, or gas or no gas? You know what I mean? Honestly. On, off, on, off. All right, what do you guys think? I don't think it'll start. Because these Hondas, or Honda clones, there's that oil sensor thing that always has problems. Plus, it didn't feel right to me. See? What do you think? Is it not getting gas? Oh, dead. Check the spark plug. Here we go. Whatever. Combination of oil and gas. Clear the spark plug hole, see if there's any oil in there. It's Pump this right up the hole. You can see that? I don't think you can. Let's pull a little. It's good compression. And it's oily. Yeah, all oil. That's not gonna start. Go for a stop recording. So given the evidence of so much oil in the spark plug hole, oil leaking in the carburetor here, this engine has a low oil sensor that's inside the engine right there. It leads to this wire. I disconnected the wire so it doesn't kill it because of low oil. And I wasn't getting spark before, but then when I disconnected that wire, we now have spark. You can't see it, but we do. So I think we have spark now. I'm going to put the spark plug back in again. And hopefully it'll fire up, fire up, fire up. Alright, so put the spark plug back in. Now it's getting spark. So let's see. Not supposed to run power washers without water attached to it, you know, but it started now, runs just fine. A lot of oil obviously coming from the muffler because this was probably tipped over to its side or something. And I'm gonna pump up the tires to this thing, go find a gun, you know, the hose, so we can test it because there's no hose. Go attach it to my water hose that I just fixed the other day, and hopefully we can kind of get this to run. Did you notice that the RPMs was kind of slow for a power washer? Usually they're really high, you know, but we'll see. We'll go find out. But we know this engine runs, which is good. Also, because it didn't run before, is because of the low oil sensor, so maybe we should check the oil, huh? So there's some oil in it, needs a little bit more topping off. You can see the oil, about three threads. It's good. I wish there was an easier way to do it, but it's just the way it is. Complicated. I'm using some SAE 30 Plus from my friends over at Lucas Oil Products. Premium Earl.
Nummy.
God, it's so difficult to fill. The way they designed this reservoir, curved to the side like that. It's a pain. I've got my air compressor out. There might be a tube in here, I'm not sure. It is a tube. How about that? Tube. I'm in the backyard now. I've got my garden hose hooked up to it. I'm going to turn on the water and see if it spurts out any places. Alright, that's a good sign. That water's coming out of this area and not over there. Let me go find a gun. So, I got a gun, and the connector looks like this, you know, your typical connection to a power washer, right? Well, look at the connection to this one. This connection looks like the kind that is for your air compressor, where the adapter to it is not like my gun. Won't go in. So, I really can't test this. I guess we can turn on the water and start her up and see what it looks like. There's the water. It's on. So I would say that it works because the pressure was really, really high. So hard that if I put my hand halfway through the stream, it hurt, you know? So I think the pump works. He just needs a gun. Nice. Good job, Henry. Mike, it's all ready for you to pick up. So just curious, I'm gonna attach that oil sensor again and let's see if it starts. Because we added oil to it, right? All you need to do is add some oil, that's all. This was also missing a bolt for this handle. Damn. That's never coming off. Well, that's fixing 2 out of the 3, and we know this starts. Maybe we just do a quick and dirty on this. Yeah, it needs a quick and dirty. Well, that could be it too. A really dirty air cleaner. You know what? Let's see if it starts now with the dirty air cleaner off. Sometimes that works. Got it propped up with a piece of wood. Half-inch ratchet. Those coming out already. Let me stop the fuel. The fuel pinch tool that I got from my friend Bill Martini. Thank you, Bill. I've used it a lot. It's the best. No more vice grips for me. That gasket on here, it is on there. Let's take a look at the bowl. It's very clean. Look at that. There's some water in there. There's like a bubble of water. And it's not stopping. But this fuel pinch is supposed to work. There we go. You know what? I think there's just water in the tank. And I'm not surprised because there was no cap. There's no gas cap to this. So that's why there's water in here. So let me take the fuel line off. And let's drain this tank. The carburetor seems pretty clean. There you go. Let me go find something to catch this with. Alright. Usually most of the water should drain out of the bottom, and I just added gas to this too, which is unfortunate. So now I'm going to have to just waste it all. But at least I guess it rinses out the gas tank a little. Look at that. It's not even gas. It looks like completely water, doesn't it? Crazy. It might start looking like gas now. Yeah, I think it's gas now. So most of the water, because the water settles to the bottom, right? And everything that comes out of it is the heavy stuff, which is water. So maybe that's it. Let me throw that out. It's mostly water anyway. Okay, dump that out. Let's open it up again and see if this is just gas. And it is. It looks like this is all gas. So it looks like we got all the water out of there. And I'll just connect this back onto the nozzle. It's going to come out like that. And this is clean. You could just tell by the bowl, you know. Very clean, actually. Surprisingly clean. That's just to clean it out a little bit more. Nut is also clean. How about that? Or at least try it, you know. And that's your quick and dirty. But I think it was mostly just gas in the tank. Let's make sure that doesn't leak, and we'll give it another try. A quick pull. Good, huh? Now let's work out the belts. Let me put this stuff back and we'll find a belt for that. Okay, I put everything back, including the throttle cable. Put a filter in there. Sounds really good. Tilt this to the side so we can take a look under here. So this is a pain because this black thing here, right, covers everything. You have to take the blade off, the blade adapter to get the black thing out. Or I could pry it out, which I've done before, but then you still have trouble getting to that area. I'll try it, but we'll see what happens. 9/16. Yeah, that's not going to come off. So yeah, this blade adapter is not coming off. Just pry this off, or pry it to the side, so we could at least see what's going on. And you still can't see the pulley. It's difficult. Not coming off. We gotta try the puller. Okay, can you believe it? That puller actually worked. It was the first time I ever tried it. It worked very well. It's perfect. I think I bought this for like $8.99 once, a long time ago. I only recently put it together. Works like the charm. It's great. All right, I put a belt on there. I'm not sure if it's exactly the right. It seemed right. See, it just slipped right off. 2 seconds. Wants to slip right off. Because it's curved like that, see? If this wasn't so curved, it would be okay. And it just is activated through that, so unfortunately I think I might have to do a shorter belt. Yeah, like an inch shorter. Oh, okay. So, we got it to work, but guess what? Gears are stripped. So even when you engage it, the gears inside just rub, grind. So we changed this basically for nothing, but whatever, you know. At least we figured out that puller works. So this is just going to sell as a push mower. Well, there you go. Getting 3 machines from my friend Mike from Mike's Lawn Service Babylon. Fixing all 3 of them. We had to try and put everything together for the self-propulsion to see if it works, and we put it on, and it seems like the gears are DONESKI. This thing has a bad gas cap and bulb wheels anyway, you know what I mean, so you wouldn't get a lot of money for this old bird anyway. Maybe I'll get 80 to 100 bucks or something like that is what I'll list it for, as a regular push mower with a bagger. Engine does sound really good. And also I fixed his power washer, his Karcher with the fake Honda clone engine on it. Runs great, and it looks like the pump works. So you'll need to put a gun on there that matches that fitting, right? And you should be good to go. I guess he gave me this mower and that other snowblower as payment for fixing his power washer, which is fine by me, you know. And also that snowblower just fires right up. Electric start works too. Nothing to it. I'll sell that between 50 and 100 bucks between now and winter, and maybe a little bit more when winter comes. It's close to 12 o'clock now. I'm going to go inside and watch my Oklahoma Sooners play Tulane. Boomer Sooner. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video, and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.